Hello, everybody. Welcome to DevCast, where we are inviting leaders who are making a difference in their industry and also communities. Today, we are thrilled to have with us Adam Głodek, Head of Banking and Head of CEE at GFT Technology. Before saying officially hello to Adam, I would like to mention an overview about GFT Technologies because it's important to mention that it's an AI-centric global digital transformation company partnering with industry leaders in banking, insurance, manufacturing, and also robotics. So they specialized in data, AI, transformation solutions, modernization of technology architectures, and the development of next generation core systems. With deep industry expertise, cutting edge technologies, we will find out today how it's like to work with strong partners ecosystem, how GFT is redefining organizations' approach on innovation, and responsibility as well, but also sustainability. So we'll find more about GFT technology from Adam. Adam, welcome to our podcast.
Welcome and thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to meet you and happy to answer all of the questions.
Thank you. We appreciate that you are investing your time and that you are with us today. Let's start by getting to know a little more about GFT and the focus areas. Can you tell us an introduction about GFT technology or the focus area in the banking sector, and maybe how teams are helping clients navigate this digital transformation?
Yeah, as you already told, our GFT is focusing mostly on the banking sector. So 75% of our clients comes from the banking sector, and we cooperate with the really big brands like HSBC, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, but also we were present on the Romanian market, helping to build the Salt Bank. Regarding our focus area and what does the GFT does, we are the system integrator. We are really great in designing the whole architecture, designing the banking systems, designing the architecture, all of the layers of the architectures, so that it is bulletproof, future-proof, cloud mostly nowadays, still on-prem sometimes. And knowing that it is very difficult, that you have to design such a good architecture from the beginning, we are just focusing on helping the clients to understand those difficulties. And we are, regarding our offerings, what we do at that moment, definitely you said that we are AI-centric company. And yes, I confirm we are AI-centric. We do have our AI own solutions, our own products regarding AI, like GFT Wings. So AI is definitely the first, our offering part. Together with the AI, there comes data, because still AI works better with the good data governance. On top of that, there is a process automation, very important for the banks to have the faster, more resilient processes, and also banking applications. And last but not least, even the most important at that moment, we are focusing on the core banking modernization part. Because if you look across the sector, all of the Europe, actually most of the banks, their core banking system, and the core banking system is the heart or even the brain of each of the bank. They are like 20, 30 years old. So this is like a big risk to stay on those legacy systems at that moment. And this is why we at GFT want to focus at that moment to help the organization to modernize it, to migrate it, to make it less risky to have those systems, legacy systems, 30 years old.
So you've been part of GFT growth and evolution in Central and Eastern Europe, and you've seen firsthand how innovations are changing the financial landscape. How has the journey at GFT Technology shaped your perspective on innovation in the financial sector?
Yeah, actually, here I can say some how we approach, for example, core banking modernization and different strategy that we see at GFT. For example, on the one hand side, you want to modernize the core banking. You just buy or build the new core banking system, and they migrate all of the clients at once with big bang migration. The other strategy is you build a new bank from scratch on totally new core banking system. And this is exactly how the Start Bank was built. It was built on the separate license. By bank, the owner of the Start Bank is Banco Transilvania, but the license is separate. There is also totally separate architecture, all of cloud native based on AWS, and there is also engine partner of the GFT, who is the provider of the core banking, of the modern API-based core banking solution. So this strategy to build a new brand is also quite popular across not only the region, but also across the world. We at GFT will also build such a banks for Standard Chartered, like the Trust Bank, Mox Bank, and those strategy works. However, how it shaped our experience, we can say that nowadays building the bank from scratch is easy, to be honest. You can build any bank within under the 9 months very easily, but modernizing the existing bank that has millions of customers, has its own processes, a lot of dependencies. So it is very challenging job, and this is how we approach our clients, because we at GFT, we love the difficult projects. We love to do the job that no one else want to do. That's why we are focusing now on this core banking modernization part.
It is truly inspirational also, because we had the opportunity to have an interview with Salt Bank and find out the story behind, and I'm glad that we get the chance to find out more about the backbone that has built the modernization and the first neo banking in Romania. And you also said the modernization is a major topic for banks everywhere, but it's rarely simple. So, from your experience working with leading financial institutions, what's one key learning point that you've gained about guiding banks through their modernization journeys?
Okay, so here I think the most important part is actually the people. I know it's cliche, but actually all of the banks actually is the people are the most important part, the employees, and how they and all digital transformation, all of them comes with the pain. And we need to admit it, that it's never easy. It's always a difficult change, as any change it is, and how it is managed is the key success factor from modernization point of view. And here we as a GFT, we come with the framework, our delivery framework, to help to go through such a difficult change. We have our own approach how to deliver big modernization programs. And I think together with the support from the not only the executive level from the bank, but we need to engage all of the people from the organization, starting with the developers, architects, product owners, because at the end, those people are responsible for this transformation, not the external vendor. We help our clients to take this responsibility together with us.
Thank you for sharing this. I hear a lot mentioning the people from many leaders, especially when it comes the subject about change.
Yeah, but because technology, architecture, those IT stuff is just a tool, including AI. AI is also just a tool to do the things. However, it's actually the people who are performing it, using those tools, they are the most important part.
Of course, in the last period, in the last 12 months, we've talked a lot in our market about transformation, and we couldn't talk about transformation without mentioning AI. So there's a lot of buzz around AI in finance, from chatbots to predictive analytics. In your opinion, which areas are overhyped and which are underrated but hold real potential for impact?
I think that overhyped definitely is Gen AI, generative AI, on all of the LLMs, because people started to use it as a machine that never lies, as the machine that always says the truth, and that the machine that always has a good assumptions for what it's saying, because it sounds so reliable. At the end, LLM is nothing else but this is the code. This is the mathematic model, and this model is designed to give you with the answer with the simplest method. Yes, so they are not yet reasoning; they are more like reciting. They are like a poets at that moment. And if you don't add at that moment other factors, either from the software or from the people perspective, human in the loop, that will verify the AI, that will give the framework to this generative AI, that can build the guide rails, not to prevent the models from hallucinating, then you can end up with a really, really dangerous things. And I think there are many examples from last weeks of the companies that actually generated some reports, send it to the governments, and actually there was a lot of lies in it, because everything was invented, including links to the source itself. So at that moment, we need to verify the basis of the Gen AI, what is creating. So I think this is definitely hyped, because, as I said, this is at that moment just a great storyteller, but we can use this great storyteller in many good things. And I think I don't know if it is under hype, because there is also a hype for this agentic AI at that moment, but I think there is a lot of potential in it to do the simple task for the people via AI agents. So I think this is the most important part at the moment.
Like you said, the agentic AI can also be a real accelerated for change. So how can AI?
Yeah,
Sorry?
yes, definitely can change, because actually any processes at that moment, and I mentioned at the very beginning of our podcast that we are focusing also on the process automation. So actually, AI agents can be used for this process automation now in any banking area. Yes, so at that moment, if you have any idea, any process that is in the bank and it is standardized, and the banks are standardized and they have standardized processes, you can use these AI agents across all of the processes, not necessarily like pure banking. It can be also back office processes. It can be procurement. It can be accounting processes. So to help companies to be run more effectively.
Yes, easier, faster. So these are examples from your work at GFT on how can AI make digital transformation easier or faster, right?
And more effective. And here I can tell you the story of Bradesco, one of our clients in Brazil. And Bradesco is the biggest insurance company in Brazil, over 100 million clients. But this is also the bank, or I think over 40 million of clients. So GFT is a vendor at Bradesco, and we are providing our AI solution, GFT Wings, to them. So, and we see that across last 15 months, how this tool increased the efficiency of the tool. And the Bradesco is the company that is measuring everything, including this efficiency. And our teams, common teams of Bradesco and the GFT, were measured in terms of the efficiency, and the main measure was function point. This is something similar to the story points. What we see that actually at the beginning, the measure was that around 40 hours took one team to deliver the function point. And this team was compared also to the other teams. And once they started to use the AI, actually this efficiency dropped. It took longer to deliver one function point. It peaks from 40 up to 45 hours. But then after 3 months, there was a breakpoint and the efficiency started to improve. And after a year, we have ended up that actually, thanks to AI usage, thanks to GFT wings, this function point takes just 10 hours to deliver, while the remaining teams in Bradesco, it took them around 36 hours. So during the last year, they just improved the efficiency by 10%, while the AI usage was responsible for the improvement in efficiency by over 80%, because it was from 40 to 10, so it's over 80% of the efficiency.
So finally, let's look a bit ahead. As banking continues to evolve, customer expectations are changing too. How do you see the customer experience in banking evolving over the next 5 years maybe? And what role will AI and data play in shaping that future?
Okay, so here I can tell the story that actually I used to work almost for 14 years at ING, and our CEO in Poland always was saying that actually the people don't need banks, they need banking. And now I can strongly disagree with this opinion, because no one needs banking. And this is where the bankings go to, actually go to the seamless banking, because no one needs the mortgage. Everyone just want to have the nice place to live. No one needs the payment card. They just want to buy some experience, travel, whatever. So I think that actually what we're seeing right now is a banking going across not only the customer centric like before, but banking is built around the experience of the people. And I think this seamless banking, this is where we can see the future will go. For example, I think the Uber is the best example here, because now when I'm going to the standard taxi, it's very often I always forget to pay. It's used to Uber that when I come to where I wanted to go, I just go out without the payment, and this is real. This is the seamless banking. What I'm saying, if I'm thinking that I want something, I'm not thinking that I need to enter the number of my credit card and so on. I'm just can buy it with one click. Of course, there is a security layer across it, but this is what I see will go to more banking products would be embedded in the customer journey of the people, of what they really want, because they don't need the banking. They want to go to, for the vacation, they want to buy some new stuff, they want to go to the restaurants with their friends and the family.
Thank you for the example. Adam, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your insights. It's inspired to hear how GFT is driving responsible innovation and helping the banking industry move forward with AI and digital transformation. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning into the DevCast, and stay connected with us for more conversations with leaders and innovators that are shaping the future in technology. So,
Okay.
thank you, Adam.
Thank you very much.